everyone, welcome to my channel, and today I'm gonna be reviewing my most anticipated custom, and it is the Bumblebee movie Voyager class Blitzwing. Here it is, and the base figure for this guy was a Cyber Battalion Starscream. Now if you guys don't know, Cyber Battalion is a Transformers line that consists basically on upscaled Legends class figures. So they pick a Legends class figures, they make a bigger figure based on the Legends class figure. This guy is about Voyager class size, and it is very cheap. You know, in my country, Transformers are not that cheap. This guy costs around 80 bucks, but it should cost the price of a deluxe class. More or less 25 bucks. You know, but here he is, and I am quite, how can I say that? I am quite impressed with what I made. It's not perfect, it's not really accurate at all, but I'm really proud of this because it really shows me how improved on my customs. From my Lego minifigures to my real action figures now, and yeah, I really like how it turned out. Now, you guys are seeing that he's a bit gappy on the front. There's a reason for that, and I will show you that also once we transform him. But first, I want to do some size comparison with another Cyber Battalion figure. Here he is with my custom Cyber Battalion Barricade, and as you can see, he's longer, but he should be longer. He's a jet, but basically Voyager class size. No, yeah. So let's take a closer look at him. Now, in my last video, I showed a work in progress of him, and he was all white with just the panel lines. He was really clean. What I decided to do was I dry brushed some gunmetal silver, gunmetal gray. I don't know how to call that. You know, I decided to put some gunmetal on him just to make some damage. He's if you watch the Bumblebee movie trailer, Blitzwing is very dirty and he's all beaten, and he has been through a lot of things. As you can see here, painted the cockpit metallic orange. It's not really shining like metallic paint, but it is metallic paint. Painted the thrusters, painted inside the thruster. I don't know if you can see that, but I painted inside it. It was all blue. What I did was, the original figure was like a beigeish gray, and so I basically painted him all white, then I painted this stripe red. It's not accurate. This is kind of accurate, but this not not quite accurate. But I took some liberties because I think he needed some color, and the jet mode itself is not accurate to the Blitzwing jet mode, but it is what it is. I had to work with what I had, and what I had was a Cyber Battalion Starscream, and this is how Starscream looked like in the original figure. So I basically, the few modifications I made was the cockpit, obviously, and I removed part of the wings. And I think you already noticed, you can see the arms, but I couldn't do much with it because it's part of the original toys engineering. And speaking of engineering, I have to say something for you guys. In order for him to transform, I needed to make him a headmaster. If you guys don't know what headmaster is, it's basically a transformer that, to transform, removes his own head, and his own head transforms into a little dot. In the case of Blitzwing here, his head doesn't transform, but you need to remove his head in order for him to transform. Now here's his head. It's basically I sculpted in the original Cyber Battalion Starscream hat. You see the details. I painted some red on the side because Blitzwing's mouth plate lights up. It's not perfect, but I really like this. You know, I made some modifications to the hand, and I sculpted it up. This is a ball joint socket for the knockoff Optimus Prime figure I have. Because I chopped it off a whole lot. So speaking of transformation, let's transform him, and I will show you guys the thing I made to him that make me most proud of him. So wait a minute. Those simple Starscream transformation, just fold this down, fold the feet down, so he can stand. You can display him like that, you know, but we are not displaying him. Fold up the arms, fold up the all this part of the fuselage, unpack it from the legs. It's a really tight fit because of the paint. Then fold it up. Then I like to fold this wings up. This is kind of loose. This has a soft lock point. So here, now let's turn him. Let's fold this down. Fold this down. Now we are going to do the thing I really liked about him. Now you can see the cockpit here. Now the original way he transforms was the cockpit just folded in and it's flat to the chest. But if you see Blitzwing's CGI model, the cockpit makes like a zigzag, and I managed to do that with the original figure. Now what I did was I chopped off the cockpit so we can fold in itself, underneath itself. So I will turn him. What you have to do is you have to unplug this and you fold this down on the original hinge. There's a hinge here. A new. This is my hinge that I made. There's a hinge right here and a hinge right here. It's basically a double hinge. You unplug this and you fold this all down. Now you make this look at the front. You fold this a little, and this will enter in a hole that is right inside the figure. Don't know if you can see that. If you had the original Cyber Battalion figure, you know what I'm talking about. So this will enter that hole that's inside the body. So let me manage to do that, and it locks into place. That's how I made Blitzwing. Have this chest effect. Now let me just readjust the camera a bit. So forgive me for the shakiness of the camera. Then pop the head on him, and there's Blitzwing in his robot mode, and I really like this. He's not completely accurate. This should be gray, but I wanted him to transform, and so I have to do some sacrifices for him. So he's still standing at the Voyager class size. Didn't make the most things I did was I made a chest and I add some knees for him. Sorry if my door is making this noise. I added these to him because most of the Cyber Battalion figures don't even have knees. You know, they're really good. They have really good ratchet joints, but they really lack imposability because, well, let me show you guys. The head is on a ball joint. He can look side to side with some limitations because of the sculpt, but he can look side to side. You know, he can't look up and down, unfortunately, uh, but it's okay. The shoulders can do a full 360. Well, if the wings don't interrupt, then they can do a full 360. They can go out all the way. You can go down all the way. Doesn't have a bicep swivel or any swivel in the arms, but has a elbow bend. The legs can go for that much, backwards that much, outwards he can kick this much. It's a very good ratchet. And this is the knee joint I added. So if you can see, there's no swivel at the leg. So I put a ball joint here. This is a bionicle ball joint, and I filled that hole that he had. And so basically, it can swivel now, and it can bend, and it is decently tight. You know, I had to tighten the joint up because it was really loose at first, but I managed to make it really well stable figure. So for comparisons, let me just transform the barricade here for you guys to see. Here he is with Cyber Battalion Barricade. Well, stand boy, stand. So you can see he stands a little bit taller than Barricade uses the prowl mode, and that I think that's because of the knee joints that I give him. But they're basically the same size. Prowl or Barricade, in this case, is about Voyager size, so he's a little bit bigger than a Voyager. I think he fits in the collection. So I will not sell him. He's part of my collection. So yeah, I really like him. Now I made his weapon. I will just pick it because it is it's not close to me. Just wait a minute. There you go. Now there's here. This is his gun, and I don't know if it's accurate or not because I didn't have too much to work with. It's basically the no raise that comes with your original Starscream figure. I chopped it. I put one beneath the other, and yeah, it looks quite good, and it fits on his hand really nicely. You know, it's a tight grip, and he can do the pose for the international trailer when he's pointing the gun towards Bumblebee, like that. That's not bad, not bad. So let me just show you some paint details I made. So I sculpted the whole arm. I sculpted this and the whole arm basically to make it more smooth, you know. And I didn't add all the details that you see on the actual CGI model. One, because I don't have too much to work with. Don't have don't have a really full shot of full body shot of him. I only have some screenshots for the trailers, and I could not see so much of the arm. I painted this, and the whole arm basically. Well, I repainted him totally. I fabricated this piece with polymer clay and some tubes I had from my I forgot for my brushes. Uh, this brush has a tube that protects the protect this. So I used it to make those pieces. This is accurate to the CGI model, and this was an old credit card. I chopped it, then made some, I folded some parts of it, and I made a hole with a really hot, how can I say, with a really hot metal metal tube, you know. Oh, and I forgot to say, the feet can move up and down, so it really helps when you're posing him. Well, when I'm posing him, because you don't have one of these. But if you wanted to customize a Blitzwing, and I hope this inspires you, but yeah, let me know what you guys think of the figure in the description. This description, no, sorry. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think of this figure down in the comment section. I really want to know what you guys think, and if you guys have some tips for me, I would really love to hear. I am not the greatest customizer, but I am learning from all my mistakes of the past. I make more proportional heads compared to the most recent sister locations minifigures that I made. So yeah, hope you guys like the video. Please subscribe. I really assure you I will try to upload more frequently, but cus- customizing is a very, you know, it's a very slow process because you need to make it with patience and with love to make a good product. This, I think, is one of my best works. It's not perfect, it's not completely accurate, but I love him. I don't know why. I simply love him. I really feel like toy engineer when I make this. So please subscribe, rate the video, and leave a comment down below. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.